Goblet squat. A chair behind can really help you find the right squat motion, so you're sitting back onto the chair. The kettlebell is nice and central in the middle of the chest. You want the knees to be nice and far apart, feet pointed slightly outwards, controlling every millimeter, making sure you stand fully tall, hips open at the top. This is an abductor stretch with a little bit of weight on, light kettlebell or no kettlebell at all. Just moving slightly over onto each side, not too hard, not too deep. This is quite an intense exercise. Lifting with the resistance bands, just looping it under one foot, lifting up, really trying to feel it deep in the hip joint. So the psoas muscles, hip flexor there, nice and tall posture. This is a single leg Romanian deadlift with a twist or a progression. We're going to lower down onto the foot, beside the foot, and then stretch right up. So knees slightly bent in this position, and then knees locked, and we're trying to get a strong stance phase. So this is really specific to running. When you're fully stretched out, you want to think about an iron rod from the kettlebell right down to your foot. Nice and tall at the top. These are ab circles, not too heavy a weight, trying to keep the middle of the body nice and straight. So the glutes are tight, the abs are tight, trying not to move the head too much. Arms are actually loose and the work is happening in the middle of the body. Not too many of these to the point where you feel intense burn in the shoulders and arms. Trying to keep the power in the middle of the body. Pistol squat here, arms out in front, just sitting back onto a chair. You can go for a deeper chair, kicking out the front leg in front, trying not to sit down on the seat, but just using it as a guide. So you're sitting back, controlling the knee and the leg you're standing on, so there's not too much wobble. You can use a weighted pistol squat, same principle, trying to control every millimeter of the movement. So sitting down and then standing back up with control. There's a weighted lunge here. The bar I'm using here is not very heavy, just getting used to that feeling of the hip extension, keeping the torso straight, keeping your hips underneath you. You should feel a stretch on the hip flexor, the front of the hip there. Keeping knees both pointed directly forwards, chest down, head tall. Step up, thinking about a straight back leg. On the back leg, the knee is locked, and then when you come up, you finish the movement with a tall, straight body, hips completely open at the top. So hips closed, hips open, trying to use your hip joint to power the movement. Step jumps, trying to inject power straight down into the ground and then relax, float up and land with control. Timing on the landing, so not heavy but soft landing. Use your arms and then you float up the step.